heartbroken and prayerful Democrats in the House of Representatives.
Let us pray. Let us pray for the president.
Officially voted to impeach President Donald Trump late Wednesday night, fulfilling a promise that they had made to the American people before Trump was ever inaugurated. Now, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she's not yet turning the articles of impeachment over to the Senate for a trial until she's satisfied they'll handle it fairly. You know, kind of like how House Democrats did when they charged Trump with a crime that they didn't prove and then cut the courts out of the entire process. Yeah, kind of exactly like that. So now let me just get this straight. First, House Democrats vote to impeach Trump without ever proving that he committed a crime. They never found definitive proof of the quid pro quo that they accused him of offering to Ukraine. Americans never got to hear from the whistleblower who started this whole thing in the first place. Then they accused the president of obstruction of Congress, even though that wasn't their call to make. See, we have three branches of government for a reason: to settle these exact kinds of questions. That's literally what the Supreme Court is for. According to our constitutional system, the legislative branch doesn't get to just decide when the executive branch is obstructing them. The courts do. If House Democrats had thought that their complaint was airtight, they would have taken it to the court and used the right channels, but they didn't. They ripped up the Constitution, circumvented SCOTUS, and passed an article of impeachment that they had no power to claim. Now, the House is holding up the process because they know they don't have enough of a case to convince a Republican-led Senate to remove the President of the United States from office, even though that's how the process works. And they shouldn't have started this if they had no plans on seeing it through. See, first the House passes articles of impeachment, even though they didn't prove a crime. Now Nancy Pelosi's refusing to send the whole process over to the Senate because she says that House Democrats aren't convinced Trump will be treated fairly?
So far, we haven't seen anything that looks fair to us. So hopefully it will be fair. And when we see what that is, we'll send our managers.
Let me translate that. They know their case is about as flimsy as an umbrella in a hurricane, and they're not going to get what they want. And that's why they didn't go through the court, and it's why they are stalling this whole thing and not taking it to the Senate. Except that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. If Democrats thought they'd proven their allegations, they would send the process over to the Senate and let their case be tried. But they won't, because they didn't. And they know it. If you can't see at this point how this whole thing is nothing but smoke and mirrors meant to appease the lemmings, I would be shocked if you can tie your own shoes in the morning. After all, literally thousands of people on Twitter seem to think that last night's impeachment vote means that Trump has already been booted from office. So clearly the intellectual bar is real high here. But see, he's not, and he won't be. Nothing about this process has been handled according to our system. Nothing's been proven. Our system of checks and balances has been completely disregarded. Now, Democrats who scrambled to shove this whole thing through without doing it properly are throwing on the emergency brake because they know they've reached the end of their part of this charade. And Trump, still president, guys. Still president. And that's your Reality Check, America. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, like us on Facebook and Twitter, and stay sane out there.